Oops.
Oops.
Take two.
Take two. Good morning.
Morning. Cheers.
Cheers. Somebody didn't have the camera set correctly. It was on time lapse.
Who's the chief photographer in this group?
Yeah, well, it was on time lapse. We usually use this camera for the time lapses because it works good for them. And coming out here in the bright light, I couldn't see that it was still set on that. So
go to play it back, and it's like.
And I'm like.
Oh, hope you had a great Independence Day.
Yes, we hope you had fun, a safe one. There's several fires were set from amateurs in the area. We were really afraid of that where we stayed for 4th of July.
Yeah.
We heard them setting off firecrackers and we're like, okay, if they have an evacuation, we need to be ready if somebody sets a fire. So we got a lot of stuff prepared just in case we had to leave quickly because people were setting them off and it's so dry. There's even a fire ban, right? So no open fires, no fireworks, no, not even smoking outside.
Can't even do that in this area because they said that the tinder is so dry, no outside campfires, outside of developed camping areas, which basically means a campground, a real campground.
Yeah, with a built-in fire
Not
pit.
like this where you do a makeshift fire ring. Can't have that. And they said you're not supposed to even smoke outside, so they're clamping down on that. They said do it within your own vehicle. That's how dry it is.
Yeah.
But hey, isn't it beautiful where we are? We decided to come outside today because we're not in a garage. We're not on a set.
We're not in a studio. No, our YouTube channel, as y'all know, is not that big. We don't have the funds for something like that, and we don't have a house. This is our house right here. We don't have a garage. So, so we wanted to come outside where it's beautiful and show you that we really are here.
We're on our beach. This is our backyard.
Yeah.
Taylo's right there. That's our rig. And
our big window faces the scenery.
This is it. Man, we're loving this.
Yeah. We found the spot on our way to Boise. We stayed in this area one night on our way. And we thought, oh, we need to go back. And hopefully this spot would be available. Well, it wasn't available when we first got here day before yesterday. So we just pulled off to the side of the road.
We pulled off and found a small road trail off the main road, backed into it, put 2 of the 3 slides out, stayed there the night, and then yesterday morning, these folks left. We hustled around, but somebody pulled in with a pickup truck and took this spot.
And we were like,
before we got down here, they were here just for a few hours, not even the whole day.
Yeah. The original people that were camping here had told us they were staying until Sunday, which is tomorrow.
And then I saw them drive by, and I'm like, oh my gosh, quick, let's go. But these people were here. All they wanted to do was swim a few hours, which they did. And then they got in their truck, got ready to leave, and we were parked straight across from them. We pulled in another spot over there that we didn't want to really stay in long term. And then all of a sudden, truck with a truck camper comes down the hill, and I'm like, oh no. And the guy stuck his head out of the truck and he goes, I'll just sit here a few more minutes.
The one that was here, because we already talked to them.
Yeah.
We weren't hovering over them, and they knew. So we had just pulled over there. We didn't rush them by any means. They did not feel rushed.
Yeah.
We just said, we would really like that spot when y'all leave. So he just kind of hung out in his truck and didn't leave, and then the truck camper
turned
left.
around, went back up the hill, and we said our goodbyes, and then we backed into this spot.
Yep.
And this spot is fabulous. I mean, look at this. Awesome sunsets last night. We have videos on the sunsets coming out in probably a couple weeks on a Thursday.
Yeah.
That would be a throw-up Thursday. But the sunset was amazing last night.
We didn't think we were going to get a very good sunset because it started getting very, very cloudy over the top of the mountains. But I mean like thick clouds, not like the wispy ones that get all really pink and everything. So we thought, it's just going to be dark. We're not going to have much of a sunset. And whoa.
These were fiery red colors that we saw. It was, you thought you were on a different planet.
Yeah, it was
crazy. I mean,
crazy.
that's what I experienced again, like I was back home.
So since we talked to you last, we had our last day at our Boondockers Welcome in the Elko area.
That was a fun place.
It was. We had so much fun. You know what? So far, all three of our Boondocker
Yeah.
Welcome hosts have been fantastic.
Yep.
And this family, we so enjoyed spending time with them, visiting with them. Tom got to help do a repair. It actually is just a patch for right now until they can get their RV.
They had some roof damage.
Yeah, some wind blew their fiberglass roof panel up. And so Tom helped.
We patched it up. I got up on top of the roof. He got on the ladder, and you know, we kind of took the fiber, because it's all one big fiberglass. I've never been on a fiberglass roof before because ours is a rubber roof. But we pushed the fiberglass back down, pushed it back into its seam where it's supposed to be, die-cored it shut, and then we put a little patch where there was a hole where it had ripped the fiberglass, a temporary fix, you know, and we die-cored all that up, and he had some Eternabond tape that he was going to put on the next day after we left. But that, you know, hey, I got to help out. That was fun.
Yes.
But those folks were incredible too. They had a really cool family. They had a couple dogs, a whole bunch of kitties,
Yeah.
and a bunny.
And a bunny. Yeah. We had so much fun playing with the dogs. We miss our Daisies so much. And they
Yep.
have a little 9-month-old border collie.
Yeah,
And Tom had a blast with her.
yeah, she was
She's
incredible.
Full of energy, just crazy. Go, 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 go. And but she's so smart, and she does mind.
Yeah,
So she's still learning.
she's learning.
But she's it won't be long before that dog is
Yep.
tip top. And then their older dog Charlie is, I thought somebody said 9 and then somebody said 7. So
Yeah.
between 7 and 9 years old.
Golden.
Golden Retriever, beautiful, sweet, sweet boy. And the kitties were all real sweet too for
Yep.
being, they're indoor outdoor.
Uh-huh.
So they had a mama that had a litter of kittens, and then like right away had another litter. So before they could get her to the vet.
Mm-hmm.
But that was a wonderful visit, and we've actually become friends with them. They're
Yeah.
Just
You're gonna stay in touch.
same
Definitely.
thing with our Twin Falls
Yeah.
hosts. Just had amazing people, and I know we brag about Boondockers Welcome every video, it seems like, because it's just such a wonderful thing, and we have had such wonderful experiences.
Not a paid
So-
endorsement.
No, not at all.
We paid for our own subscription to Boondockers Welcome. You can too. The link is below
It's
if you
not
want
that much, and it's totally worth it.
to
It's
join.
not only worth it for saving the money on your nightly stay at somewhere, but it's a good
Yeah.
place, and you meet wonderful people.
Yep.
So that was
Super cool families. Super
Yeah.
cool people.
very much so.
Very much.
And then once we left there,
We scouted out a couple canyons to go boondock in.
well, first we stayed at the RV park that we normally stay at in Winnemucca.
No, this is while we were still in
Oh,
Elko.
well,
We drove
yeah.
up Lamoille.
Yeah,
We drove up Lamoille Canyon thinking we could find some boondocking areas in that area.
that's a beautiful.
And then what was the
canyon.
other place that we went just east of Elko that we drove where the road, Highway 40, was around the mountain, not through the
Carlin.
tunnel?
Didn't we talk about that in the other? Anyway, maybe we didn't talk about it.
What's it called?
Carlin.
Oh, Carlin. Carlin Canyon.
Yeah.
And, you know, it's on freecampsites.net, but there's not really any campsites. There's public day use areas. So we didn't stay there. And then we went on to Winnemucca.
Right. Okay. Yeah, because
Yeah.
we didn't feel right camping in the day use interpretive areas. It's
Yeah.
just it's not that big of an area, and if a family traveling down the road or people traveling together, a couple, 2-3 cars, they wouldn't have anywhere to park
Yeah.
because you're hogging up the whole visitor area. It's not a camping area.
So on to Winnemucca.
On to Winnemucca and the New Frontier RV Park where we like to stay.
Again, not an endorsement.
Nope.
Or not a paid endorsement, but it
No.
is kind of an endorsement. We
endorsement.
love that little RV
Yeah,
park.
it's a Passport America. You can stay there 2 nights on Passport.
2 nights if you're a member of Passport America. If you're not a member of Passport America, message us. I'll give you our number because if you join and use our number, we get like $10 off
I
our
think
next.
they do too if
And
they use
you
our
do.
number.
I think it's $10.
$10.
You get $10 off your subscription, and they throw us a $10 deal off the next subscription. So
Yep.
we'll do that for you. But it's a $17 night for 50 amp full service.
Yeah,
full
nice,
hookups.
nice big sites too. So
Huge
it's so
sites.
easy to get in and out of them. And
Yeah.
so while we were there, we went and checked out 2 canyons for boondocking places. One was Water Canyon, and the other one was Sonoma Canyon.
Sonoma's not good for big rigs like ours, a 35-foot fifth wheel, Class A's. There's really no place to go. There was one spot, but it was trashed.
Yeah, it was a
Totally
mess.
trashed.
It was a mess.
Looked like a dump almost. I mean, not that bad, but it did.
Yeah, it wasn't good.
Well, Water Canyon was nice, small, little road goes up the canyon right next to the creek, and the sites are right next to the road and right next to the creek
Yeah, there's only
So-
a few sites also.
for rigs this size.
There are just a few sites anyway.
Yeah.
In general.
A lot of places to tent camp. If you wanted to pop a tent up, you could probably do that. But we got the plum site, and what we considered was the plum site.
Yeah, it was. It is the plum site for that area. However, anywhere you stay there and you're close, it's all close to the road, and people fly up and down that road. It's a dirt road, so it kicks up tons of dust.
Locals hang out.
Very few people, I mean, this many, slow down. It's obvious we're camping there. Hello, we've got a big old giant rig there. And they just go flying by,
And the
kick up all
dust
this
cloud
dust. It was
is
just
huge.
And the noise, and just, it was insane how many people we saw go up and down that canyon. I mean, that's fine. We're just, we stayed for a couple of days.
We were going to stay. You can stay 3 days there. That's the limit. We got an extension from the BLM. We talked to them. They said, sure, no problem. So we were going to stay 5 days. Well, somebody misread when he was filling up the fresh water tank and thought it was 2/3 full when it was empty. Because I think when I went in and I'm pressing and looking at the dummy lights, I must have pressed the battery light because all the lights came up and I went, oh, it's full. I better go turn the water off.
Yeah, because he was using the bypass instead of the direct fill.
So I go and I turn the water off, and never questioned in my mind why it didn't take very long to fill up the tank. So the very first night we're in Water Canyon, we're out of water.
The pump's
in
going,
Water Canyon, we're out of water.
The pump's going, like, I can't get any water.
So we stayed the next day without water, and the next night, and then left the following day. And
Fortunately, we have lots of bottled water that we carry in the refrigerator and stuff, and we also had our bathtub water that we used to flush the toilet for boondocking, so we had some of those jugs already ready. So we were...
And we carry those wet wipes, too, that a lot of
Yeah, for washing hands and stuff in your face.
campers use, but we're not camping.
But we're boondocking a lot, so those come in very handy. Instead of running the water to wash your hands or something, and wash them off with those. And so we were able to stay an extra day because we were going to leave like the next day, one night and the next day, and it was like, oh, come on, we can do this, we can do it, we can make it through to the next day, and we did.
Pretend camping.
So, but it was we want to go back in an off season when not everybody is heading up there. It can be a little chilly because we're fine.
We're fine. We can do that in early to mid fall, or even early spring. Really early spring. I think we'd be really okay in that canyon. And
because the site that we did, it was beautiful.
God, it was gorgeous.
Little creek running right through it, and yes, there's another little lizard. This one's even smaller.
Oh
He's
my
only about
gosh,
that
it looks
big.
like a baby dinosaur.
You remember those?
Oh,
He remembers baby dinosaurs, so you know what they look like. Maybe it is a baby dinosaur.
anyway.
But we had fun watching birds there and the insects, and not anything dangerous insects, just there's a lot of Mormon crickets. They're actually calming down now. They're about that big, but they're harmless to people anyway. They're terrible for crops. They
Except when they
eat
jump on
everything.
you, and then you jump.
And then you, But
That was me.
They don't hurt you. And there were some sand wasps that were really cool to watch too. They, just burrow into the sand, and you can see them kicking it out, and you can see them pulling little pebbles out with their mouth. It's just insane. And
we got some video on
Yeah.
that, and we'll have videos posted of that area and of the little insectoids.
Yeah, lots of butterflies, and it was neat.
It's a cool place.
Yep, but we kind of got tired of all the traffic, and
Yeah.
we were out of water. So well, we had wondered if we would go get water, like leave early in the middle of the night, go get water and come back, because we knew that spot would be taken
Yeah.
just like that if we left it.
Yeah.
And then it was like, if we're going to pack up and do that, why don't we just start heading this way? Plus, you had received the phone call from where we're going to be camp hosting, and they
Yeah.
want us a little bit earlier than we had normally planned.
Yeah.
So we did need to start heading
Kind of
west.
in my mind, I formulated weeks back from August 1st, and so we kind of pushed everything ahead a week. So
So it's just as well that we needed to leave.
yeah,
But
so
we'll-
that worked out.
Yeah. So
But then back to Winnemucca, and then this beautiful spot.
this is where we stayed on our way to Boise before.
Yeah,
I think
it's
we
just
mentioned
really
that.
a cool area. The lake
Yep.
is gorgeous.
This is the spot. You know, water level is down a lot lower, and
Just
it
since
wasn't
we
what
were
a
here,
month ago.
a month.
Yeah,
It's down, I would say, 3 feet,
probably about 6.
maybe even more. Yeah, maybe 6 feet.
Yeah.
That it's down just in a month.
And if you look at Google Earth for this area, these spots are totally dry. There is no water
Yeah,
coming up to
yeah.
here. Water's way, way out there. So this is a good time to be here. We are planning another Q&A video
Yes.
for you guys. We've had such a great response to the first one, and everybody's been asking a lot of questions, and it's kind of easier, and everybody seemed to really like that, having the shout outs and answering all the questions on the video instead of like individually on YouTube.
So throw your questions on this video today. We will go through it later tonight and early tomorrow, and we'll put together a Q&A video, and it'll be up sometime tomorrow afternoon to answer all your questions. Comments, you got comments, whatever you want. We'll say hey to you.
Yeah, comments, even if they're saying, why do you guys have your blinds closed? You look like you're in a garage studio.
Yes, and see, we're not. We're outside.
We're not. We're outside.
We're outside.
And a lot of times we have to have the blinds closed because the light behind us is too bright, and then it darkens our faces.
Yeah.
And then if we're outside like this, normally there's too much wind, and then you don't get the good audio.
But this morning, look at how calm the lake is.
Yep. It's nice and still out here, so
Yeah.
we were able to come outside and talk to you this morning.
Yes.
So, not much else going on. We've just been working.
Not really. She's been working.
You've been working too.
I hear fish
Fishy's
jumping.
jumping. Or it could be the grebes
yeah.
that jive in. But, yeah, pelicans, grebes, seagulls, ducks, cranes, all kinds of...
Dinosaurs.
Yeah, this one here, it's about that big. The one earlier was about that big, but
Yeah.
from tail to head.
Yeah.
So,
Big dinosaurs. Anything else that we need to cover right now?
I don't think so.
Pelicans
This
come
is the
over.
second time doing the video. As you saw, we had the first one on time lapse. So.
Pelican came over. There's a he's having sushi for breakfast.
Oh yeah.
There's a dead fish that washed up here on our beach, so somebody's going to have to get rid of that later. Pelicans having sushi for breakfast.
I'll clean up the trash and stuff that people left here. You can clean up the dead fish and the dog poop. See ya.
There's another lizard.
Kaylee was watching us.
Kaylee. What
She
you
says,
doing?
"Where's Mommy and Daddy?"
Were you watching us make a video?
She's on her perch.
Kaylee, what you doing? Shampooing?
Hi. Hi, honey.
Want some coffee? No? Want some food? No? Want a cookie? Okay, whatever.
Hi, baby.